All right, everybody, this is Mr. Keel. Today we're going to be talking about fractions. Let's start out with something like, let's try 2/3. All right, the top number is the numerator. The bottom number down here is the denominator. So numerator, denominator, top and bottom. So 2/3, what does that look like? What does that equal? All right. Well, the bottom number tells you how many pieces will make up one whole. So if you imagine this is a pizza, right? This is one pizza. The bottom number tells you how many pieces to cut this up into. So the number's 3, so if we have 1, 2, 3 pieces, right? 1, 2, 3 pieces, you'll see that that's a whole. If you have all 3, that's a whole. Okay. The top number, the numerator, tells you how many pieces you actually have. How many can you shade in and color in? So if I have to have 3 but to make a whole, but I only have 2, right? The top number says I only have 2. Well, I'm missing a piece, right? I don't have one whole pizza. I have some pizza, but I don't have one whole, do I? I only have 1, 2 pieces. So with 2/3, I have 2 third pieces. This is a third. This is a third. I have 2 of them. I have 2 thirds. I do not have one whole. So 2/3 is less than one whole. It's less than 1. Let's try another example. What if I had, let's say if I have 3/3. What does that equal? Well, same idea. The bottom number tells me that I need 1, 2, 3 pieces. 3 pieces make one whole. Yeah, got it. The top number says I only have 3 pieces. Well, there's 1, 2, 3. So now I have one whole pizza, don't I? So when the top and the bottom are the same number, I have one whole. So 3/3 also equals 1. Or you can say, one whole. Yeah, because that's a whole pizza. Cool. What happens when the numerator at the top is larger than the denominator? Well, if I have 4/3. Okay. Same idea. If I have 3 of these, that's a whole. But the top says I have 4 now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait a minute. Now I have more than a whole. Now I have one whole plus extra. I have more now. So when the top number, the numerator, is larger than the bottom, the denominator, when the top is bigger, I have more than 1. That's a rule that we have to remember. And if I were to write this out, I have one whole, 1 plus, I have a little third piece, 1/3. 1 plus 1/3 equals 1 1/3. Let's try this with a different denominator. Let's try, how about we try, let's try 2/5. 2/5. All right, 2/5, what does that equal? What does that look like? Well, here's fifths. Here's fifths. The bottom number, the denominator, says I need 5 of them to make one whole. Okay, let's see. There's one whole. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. If I have all 5, That is one whole pizza. If I have all 5 of them. Okay. The top says how many I actually have. So I only actually have 2. Is that a whole pizza right there? Is that one whole? No, it's not. If you look at all this red that I'm missing. I have the green, but I'm missing all this red, right? Like I only have 2/5. So this is less than a whole. I don't have one whole, do I? No. So when the numerator is smaller than the denominator, when the top is smaller, I do not have one whole. I have less than 1. I have less than 1. Okay. What if the top and bottom are the same? What if the top and bottom are the same? What if I have 5/5? Okay. Same exact idea. The top says I have 5. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, hey, I do have one whole pizza. That is one complete circle. That's one whole. So when the top and bottom are the same, I have 1. The answer is 1. I have 1. I have one whole. Okay. What happens when the top number is larger? What if I have 7/5? Well, here's 5. Here is 6. Here is 7. What do you notice? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7/5 pieces. I notice when the top number is larger than the bottom, I have more than one whole. I have one whole plus extra. I have more. So when the top number is bigger than the bottom number, when the numerator is bigger than the denominator, it is greater than 1. It is larger than 1. How would I write this? Well, here's one whole, plus I have 2/5 over here. 1 plus 2/5, well, 1 2/5. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. You just have to realize when the top is smaller, it's less than a whole. When the top and bottom are equal, it's exactly one whole. When the top number is bigger than the bottom, I have more than one whole. And one little thing I just want to show you one more time is when the top and bottom are the same. I have 2 halves. Bottom says how many make a whole. If I have 2 pieces, that makes a whole. The top number says I have 2 pieces. Okay, cool. That's one whole. What if I were to do it with 4/4? Okay. Bottom number says I need 4 pieces to make one whole. All right, let's see. I have 4, right? Look at the top. It says I have 4. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, what do you know? That is equal to one whole. So maybe you're noticing a pattern now. One over 1 equals 1. 2 halves equal 1. 3/3 equals 1. 4/4 equals 1. 5/5 equals 1. 6/6 equals 1. Do you see the pattern? If I have 20 in the numerator and 20 in the denominator, it does not matter. It still equals 1. It equals 1 whole. This says I need 20 pieces to make 1 whole. Okay, the top says, well, you have all 20. So you have 1 whole. It does not matter. It doesn't matter if I have 1 million at the top and 1 million at the bottom. It does not matter. I have 1. You could also make it fit whatever you need. So if I said 1, well, I can make it whatever I want. I know that 1 can equal 7/7, couldn't it? I can do it backwards. 1 can equal, it can equal 14/14 if I want it to. 1 can equal any number you want, as don't count 0, all right? But 1 can equal any number top and bottom that's the same. You want the top to be 9, the bottom to be 9? Sure, that also works. 1 equals 9/9. Well, 9/9 also equals 1. It's the same thing, okay? All right, everybody, that's it.